Hello everybody, I'm Lolly Page and this is Taurus Does Tarot. And we are reading for our dear sweet Scorpios. Let's see how the month of January is going to go for Scorpio. Ooh, these cards are kind of just all over the place and lots of wands to start us off. Okay. Scorpio said, I don't need you to shuffle, I already know. Right? It's like big Scorpio attitude. Wow, these are really just popping out. So I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. All my readings are done with my Aleister Crowley Tahoe deck, and then I draw from my Demon Tarot, and then I pull numbers from my Grateful deck. I do my setup the same just because it's the surface that I'm working with, but generally speaking, the only thing that's the same in every reading is the first 3 and the last 5, give or take, and everything in between is usually different. Whatever we have face up is going to be what's on the surface, and whatever is face down is sort of what you're not seeing about the situation. So these cards came out quick, Scorpio. I know you got, every single one of you got something on your mind, always. And you're all very intuitive. That's my rising sign, so I definitely identify with my Scorpio nature. I just need to get the first 3 and the last 5 out, and then we will get going with the reading. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Got a lot going on, you know. Okay. So, oh, our dear sweet sexual Scorpio, right? I get it. I really do. Oh man. Oh, Scorpio, you are not going to like the news that I have for you. You will not like this, even though literally anyone else would be thrilled. But it looks like you are falling in love, Scorpio. It kind of looks like you're falling in love. Let's see where this reading takes us, but what I'm getting this vibe that you might be falling in love. Okay, so the first 3 are going to be like the core of your being and the core of this reading, and the last 5 are going to be future cards. Everything in between is how it's working out and how it's affecting you and all that jazz. So I'm just going to jump right in. And these first 3 crack me up, Scorpio. You've got the Lust card, which is definitely a lot of sexual energy, but it's also just obsession in general. And then we have a reverse Princess of Cups, right? And Scorpio being a water sign, it's kind of interesting to see it in reverse. But it just probably mostly means that you're doing a lot of changing right now, Scorpio. And we also have the 8 of Swords, which is interference. So you might be dealing with an air sign, but my feeling right now is something is coming along and really kind of changing your mind about things. It's almost like you've had this lustful energy about you, and all of a sudden that's changing because someone or something came and sort of interrupted it. So that's why I'm like, this feels a lot like feelings, Scorpio. What's going on? What's not right in this world? But yeah, so starting off, we have the 5 of Swords, which is defeat, and it's in the middle. It's nothing too challenging and nothing's too easy, and you're just kind of floating along, feeling defeated, just, mellow, right? But right next to it, we have the Queen of Wands, and that is going to be our emotional majesty, right? So it's feminine energy, high emotions, a lot going on there. Followed by the 7 of Wands, so you're keeping this fire energy about you. And 7 of Wands is valor, so it's like being brave. It's almost like you just now tuned into your emotions and you're facing them head on. And with the 4 of Wands, we have completion. And so it's almost like you're at the end of a cycle, right? but having to do with your emotions. So not only are you transforming and leveling up in these ways, but you're also completing an old cycle of maybe the wrong emotions or maybe too much emotion in the wrong ways. But you were surprised by something. I mean, not only are you the center of your own attention, right? But something caught you a little off guard to sort of, it's almost like you get out of one relationship and all of a sudden you're presented with another. But you know how to handle this. You know how to handle yourself when it comes to love, even if it is a surprise, even if it is something you weren't trying to do. Scorpios do have a lot of feelings, and I think they're really undercredited for that. So make your peace. It's okay if you are in love. Oh my God, chill out. Make your peace with the fact that love happens more than once in your lifetime, It's not something like, oh, I had feelings once and I'll never have feelings again. It's a terrible attitude to have. This is life. It's full of feelings. You might as well pick the good ones. Princess of Swords, you're fighting it. You are fighting these feelings. But Scorpio, I have a feeling you are falling in love. You are falling in love. This is the Leo card, and you have a lot of wands, so I would not be surprised if it's a Leo or a fire sign, because that is who really gets you passionate, even though water puts out fire. Fire can also heat up water, lest we forget. Yep, this is very emotional, and you gotta take all these emotions and center them. You know this, but you just have to get used to it. You're falling in love, Scorpio. Let yourself. Let yourself fall in love, because it's beautiful. And it seems like it's a good one, but let's read these future cards before we decide whether or not this is a good person to fall in love with. It's all on the surface, though. You already know. It works out. Six of Swords. All those swords are pointed in the same direction. Science. Down to a science. Prince of Swords. It'll be enough conflict to keep you interested, right? The Hierophant. The Hierophant, that's interesting because he is all about wisdom and tradition, right? And so it's almost like, ooh, you know what? Something about your morals and values might break you up in the end. There's a little bit of sadness here. You might have perhaps relationship aside, something's going on. And you also have the Seven of Swords, which is futility. So it's a little confusing there. Something ultimately might break you up, or it's going to come down to you both have different belief systems. But I think it'll be your decision whether or not you do want it to work and you want to push through it, or if that's a deal breaker for you. So just be wary when you're going into it. As you get to know each other, there might be some very solid difference between you two. And you just have to decide for yourself if it's worth fighting through or if it's worth giving up. Let's see what your meditation is. We have abundance, disappointment, the Wheel of Fortune, and the unicursal hexagram. I don't like putting the unicursal hexagram on camera so you can't see it, but you can definitely Google it. It's a design that represents the divine feminine and divine masculine. And so it's a very powerful card. I don't put it on camera. I just don't. I don't know why. But you have some pretty good cards here. Disappointment, abundance, and the Wheel of Fortune with the unicursal hexagram. There is going to be something that you disagree upon, but overall it's going to be good. So your meditation today is going to be, I can sacrifice what I believe for the ones I love, as long as I live in luxury. It's a little bit of a weird meditation. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not. Scorpio, you know how to meditate. You know how to do all this. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Do your thing, but please allow yourself to do your thing. Alright, I'm going to draw... Ooh. Should we go with this jumpy demon? We're going to go with this jumpy demon. Kali! I'm drawing demon cards. This one came out. I just felt like she wanted to be heard. This is going to be mostly work related and career stuff. The demons typically help with the workplace when I read them. So let's see what Kali has to say. Kali is not only the non-Christian goddess that Colin de Plancy demonized for his dictionary, neither is she the only Hindu deity included in his or this text. Kali can be a terrifying goddess. She does wear a necklace of skulls, carries weapons that reflect her powers of destruction, a sword and a sickle, and with her dark red eyes and midnight skin, it is easy to believe she is a formidable woman to be respected if not feared. As with many fearsome and powerful personalities, Kali is representative of an essential and amazing force in our lives, that of change. Divination. Focus on feminine strength. Beware of judging powerful women harshly. Okay, let's put it this way. If you work somewhere and your boss is a woman and you are finding all these issues with your boss, this woman, think to yourself, would I shrug this off if it were a man? You know what I mean? I feel like what we tolerate in the workplace changes when we hold someone to a higher esteem, and women definitely, well, I mean, I guess a man could be watching this, but we tend to hold women to a higher esteem because we have expectations of them having motherly qualities or being kinder or being more mature or wise. But is that really fair for that woman? She's still running a business. So just be kind. Just be kind to your female superiors and know that they worked really hard to get where they are now. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to pull from my Grateful deck. Yes, it's a Grateful Dead playing card deck. My Grateful deck, I love it. I'm just going to pull a quick lucky number for you for the month of January. Let's see what we get here. Come on, lucky numbers, show us something. Give Scorpio a number to look out for. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, I think it's time. Interesting. Okay. Not everybody gets 4 cards, but you do. Whatever. We have the 9 and the 4 of bears, which is going to be earth. 7 of lightning bolts, which is fire. And the queen of skeletons, which is going to be air. Okay. So, again, heavy, what is the word? What was I trying to... Theme. The word is theme. Heavy theme of women going on. This is also the number 11, which is cool because Scorpio season is in November. Or is it 12? Either way. Yeah, Jack's 11. Queen is 12, right? So, 12, still Scorpio season. But look out for the numbers 9, 4, and 7 as well. Those are going to be the little signs throughout your day. When you see those numbers, you'll know you're on the right path. Whatever thought you're having at, 9:47, it's going to be a good time and a good thought. So little affirmations for you. 12, 9, 7, and 4. And look to your earth signs and your fire signs for extra guidance this week. And if you have an air sign woman in your life, show her a little bit of extra love, because it sounds like you've been harsh. So just soften up, fall in love, be appreciative of everybody around you, and please have a great month, Scorpio. Bye-bye.